Okay? Translating English to algebra. Oh boy. Fun, fun. So we've got to recognize addition, subtraction, and phrases. That's the idea. What I want you to constantly think about for this first part is we're thinking about words that mean the same as adding or subtracting. I'm on page 37. All right, we're going to just kind of read through phrases and we're going to see what happens, see what we do. But constantly in the back of your mind thinking, is this a word that means adding or is this a word that means subtracting? Okay? So, in this phrase, first one, letter A, says write a calculation that represents a number that is 5 greater than 3. Greater than 3. What do you think that means? Add or subtract? How would I do 5 greater than 3? A number is 5 greater than 3. Take a number, 3. How do I do 5 greater than that? Add 5. So when you see the word greater than, it means plus. A lot.
Great can mean really good or it can mean big, right? So it's like saying bigger than.
Letter B, write a calculation that results in a result that represents in a number that is 2 less than 9. Less than, what do you think less than means?
Minus.
Minus. Now, minus makes a difference. Remember we talked about commutative property and changing order? So is it 2 minus 9 or 9 minus 2? 9 minus 2. 2 less than 9. So I end up with 9 minus 2. All right. Letter C. Write a calculation and a result that represents the sum of negative 3 and 8. There's the math word right there.
Sum. So we need to.
Sum. What do you think it means?
We need to add.
Plus.
So 3 minus 3 plus 8 plus minus 3.
I can do negative 3 plus 8.
So it's 8, 9, 11, 12.
Nope. What is negative 3 minus 8?
5. Negative 5.
Negative 3 plus 8. You say plus.
Now here's what I'm saying.
You say plus.
As much as I think it's important, I think you can handle doing mental math. Right?
Yeah, same plus.
We can handle mental math, but when I have negative 3, that's like me owing $3. And I do plus 8, I have $3, I get $8. Overall, I've got $5 because I got to pay 3 out. Does that make sense? So that's how I got positive 5. If worse comes to worse and you can't do that in your head, you've got a calculator. Negative 3 plus 8. 5. We're good to go. All right. Letter D. Write a calculation and a result that represents the difference of 12 and 20, or 20 and 12. Difference means, no, I'm a terrible speller. Minus. 20 minus 12, 8.
Minus 12.
Say, life is good, right? So then let me tell you a little secret.
So how you get the minus?
Because minus means difference.
Oh.
When I see the word difference, it means minus. Now, so let me tell you a little secret. So what math teachers really do when we get together, like next Friday, you guys don't have school, but we have to come here. So this is what we talk about when you're
Next
not here.
Friday?
Yep. This is what we talk about when we're not here. We all sit down, and the first question we all ask is this. Okay, my kids are really starting to understand it. What can we do to make it harder?
You guys talk about Jensen.
That's what we do. Does that make sense? Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, how do we make the kids take it easy and make it harder? Good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah? Jante says it's a good idea. If Jante says it's a good idea, bad idea. No, we really don't do that. But other people do. So what we have to do is we've got to understand what's the next level. So our first 4 questions were level 1. Here's level 2. If x represents a number, write an expression that represents a number 10 greater than x.
Greater is the word.
Greater than is the word. Greater than, I think we already said, means plus. Just out of curiosity, what did I make different that makes this level 2?
So 10 times 10.
No, what did I do differently?
The plus.
No, I had plus here. Look at that. I had 5 greater than 3 up the letter A. Now I've got 10 greater than x. What did I do different?
The x.
I put an x. Right?
Yeah.
First we did 5 plus 3. Easy. Or 3 plus 5. Easy. But now I got 10 greater than x.
It's 10x.
No.
Plus x.
10 plus x.
It's 11.
It's not 11.
8x.
10x makes sense, but you know what? It's not. Why?
You're going to take the 3 for the greater and going to put it right there. So
Why is 10x not the right answer? I'm going to put this a big... Because 10x is multiply. 10x means multiply. And I'm not saying 10 times x. They're saying 10 greater than x. Big difference, right? Big, big difference. 10 plus x. So this is the, you know that everybody understands the circle with a line going through it?
No.
Not 10x. Don't do that.
Jensen don't understand.
Jense no comprende?
No.
Letter F. Let's see if we can do. N represents a number. Write an expression that represents a number 5 less than n. 5 less than n.
So that's like
5 plus n.
Now here's the problem. Less than means minus. Whoops. Minus. Which is bigger, n or 5?
5.
5 less than n. This is tough. Subtraction is a tough one. Okay? Subtraction's a bear. Because subtraction makes a difference if I do 9 minus 2 or 2 minus 9. Well, look up here. When we put it in words, or just numbers, not 2 less than 9, we got it right, 9 minus 2. Even though you read it this way. You read it 2 less than 9, but we wrote it like this because there was numbers. As soon as I put a letter there, 5 less than n, it becomes not natural. Right? But that's the way it is. So even though this is what goofy English means sometimes when you do subtraction, you have to write it down the opposite way that it's gone. We read from left to right. Arabic, I think you read right to left, right? So actually in Arabic, this kind of makes sense. 5 less than n, n minus 5. Right, so Arabic, this is good. For English, not so good. Y represents a number.
one question.
Uh-huh.
This
Yeah.
is like the answer.
That's the answer. That's all we're doing is we're translating what you do all the time. We're translating from English to math. So you'll know another language. You're going to speak your native language. You're going to speak English. You're going to speak math.
Algebra.
Math. It's another language. Go home and speak math to your parents. They'll look at you goofy.
What's that?
Ta-da. Right.
Habibi.
If y represents a number, write an expression that represents the sum of y in a number 1 greater than y. Oh boy.
So y plus y.
Sum means what? What am I adding? Y.
Plus.
How do I do a number greater than y?
So what? I don't know. Y plus what? Minus x. No, minus x. What? I don't know. Oh.
A number one greater than y. That's not easy.
It's easy.
It's easy. I misspoke. That's easy.
So you may have more, it's not always going to be just two things.
Right? Sometimes you got, like this has got 2 y's in it.
You might have 4, depending on how long.
10.
Now here's where my math geek is pushing my luck. Oh boy. Could I simplify y plus 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so you answered the question, the loaded question. You said, yeah. Can I do it correctly, and what would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this. Different question.
It's going to, the answer is going to be 1.
Different. There's the math police. You just left. Good catch. What was I doing? Oh, different question. But you know how to do this. What if I wrote this? 8x plus 5x. What is that?
That's math.
What is 8x plus 5x? 8x's plus 5x's is?
12x.
Hold on. Hold on. 8x's
13x.
plus 5x's is 13x's. Just x's. Don't add exponents. What is 2x's plus 1x?
3x.
Okay? What is 2x plus x?
4x.
Hold on.
4x.
Shh.
No.
Whose name?
Whose name?
What do you think it is? 3x. Why?
I can give you the answer.
You're right. So have confidence behind your, you're like, 3x. Why? What's in front of the x?
Can I see? Can I?
You're totally right. Celine, you can explain it? 2x plus 1x. If I put 2x plus 1x, everybody here jumped at 3x. No problems. If I don't write a number there, 2x plus x. If there's not a number written there, what is it? It's a 1. No. Just 3x. 2 plus x is this. So when you do this, what's in front of this y? 1. What's in front of this y? 1. So what's y plus 1?
3.
2.
2y. 2y. You got it.
That a girl, Wafa. 2y plus 1. Right, there's a good math joke. Why? 2y because. Hey! Question from yesterday and Tuesday and last Friday and last Thursday. How do I know if things are equivalent?
You can go to calculator and put control bar x
If what we said, or let me rephrase that. If what Hussein said is correct, y plus 1 equals 2y plus 1.
No.
What did I have to do?
Control bar.
Okay.
Control bar.
7,
Control bar.
control var, store y.
No x. Why no x?
Because my what? Great question. Hey, great question. Jensei just asked me, look at this. Hey, Mohammed, you with me?
Yeah, I'm with.
So here's Jensei's question. Why did I do 7 store y instead of 7 store x? Go ahead, Vanessa.
Got it, Vanessa.
You're right. Was it Vanessa was saying or no? Abdullah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Abdullah. I couldn't see. I just heard. I apologize. Right answer. Why? Because this equation, this expression's got y's in it. So Jensei,
Hey.
why did I put y store 7 store y? Because this has got y's.
Yeah, I got y.
All right.
What about if got n?
Then I do 7 store n.
Oh wow.
All right, letter H. If n represents a number, write an expression that represents the difference between a number.
Larger and smaller.
Oh my gosh.
What's that? I don't first.
Right?
The first one is E. I didn't finish it.
How do I do a number larger than n?
Because the other number is n.
Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Habibi.
How do I do a number 1 larger than n?
What's that?
N plus 1. How do I do a number?
What's that? That's that.
Jensei,
Hap.
stop. Be quiet.
That means pass it.
Jensei.
Letter.
All right. So how do I do a number larger than 1? How do I do a number larger than 1? N plus 1.
I'm not talking about
How do I do a number? How do I do a number smaller than n?
I don't know.
N minus
minus one number.
Hap. Watermelon. Oh, you stupid. You say.
Hold on. You're not going to understand this. You're more concerned about figuring out how to say swear words in Arabic. So knock it off.
Okay. They teach me. I don't know if that's how to stop me.
So stop. So this is how I figure out a number smaller than n. And this is how I do a number smaller than n. 1 smaller than n, 1 larger than n. What does this word right here mean?
Difference. Minus.
Minus. So what do I subtract? N plus 1 minus and minus 1.
This is math or English?
This is math and English. That's why I said this is hard.
I can't say anything.
Like you've got it.
Language, something language.
What's the answer?
So this is just an expression.
Oh,
That's all we're doing is we're translating right now. You've got to understand that this is translating from math to English.
I don't say anything from this question.
Well, we got to ask questions.
I will ask you 16 questions now.
All right?
What is answer number 8? I don't. I don't know.
All we're doing right here was we're translating
Yeah, how?
from English
Two math.
to math. We're not writing answers, very rarely. We're just translating. Okay? This is the written English. We're writing it in math, which is shorter. Isn't 10 plus x a lot shorter than all of this? Look at this.
Beautiful.
Look at up all these lines. I got 2 whole lines of words. And that's all replaced with 10 plus x.
Yeah.
What's easier to write?
It's just easy to plus x.
I mean,
Better from the right.
Salim's asking me, he's like, what is this, English class? Well, no, that's why I don't want to do English. I want to take these things that are written in English, and I want to write it in math. I don't want to do English in here.
Yeah.
We're translating. This is way shorter. 10 plus x. Here's your English teacher.
Ask your mom. Yeah.
Right? Your English teacher is saying this. Your math teacher says, oh, 10 plus x.
It's easy to plus x.
Right? We get to the facts.
Yeah.
Right? English teacher tells you all these words. Oh, listen, if x represents a number, write an expression in it that represents a number 10 greater than x.
English teacher.
Math teacher just says 10 plus x. We get right to the point. Right? But you got to know how to translate.
Yeah. All the analog block. Different.
Right? We need to be able to translate. Oh, wait a minute.
So you know number H and you see anything from H. It's all hard. It's hard to write.
Okay, so let's. And I'm going to say it right now. First time at this.
It's free.
First time at this is going to be a struggle. Because you haven't seen the word difference.
Yeah.
You haven't seen less than. You haven't seen some. You haven't seen more than. You haven't seen quotient.
Greater.
You haven't seen product.
Greater than. Greater than.
You haven't seen a lot of these words. This is your first time.
Yeah.
So today's hard.
Tomorrow easy.
Medium.
But tomorrow or Monday, we're going to do this again.
Easy.
And Tuesday, we're going to do this again.
And Wednesday.
And over time, this is going to get natural.
Easy.
Okay? You just got to work at it. And I know that work is something you guys do. Girls do.
Huh?
So now here's what you got to understand. Exercise 2. We're talking about multiplication and division. Right? So go into this thinking, multiply or divide. That's what these words are going to be. Translate from English to math. Write an expression for a number that is 5 times greater than 2. What do you think this means? 5 times greater than 2. 5 times 2.
5 times 2?
5 times 2 is nice.
Yeah, I know. It's 10.
Because, well, it's 10. But you know what else is nice about it? Doesn't this even have the word times in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that you're seeing it, right? Well, let's be honest. Let's hope they use times to mean multiply all the time. Letter B.
If
N represents a number. Write an expression that for a number that is twice N.
So twice.
What does twice mean?
Double.
The number is
Double.
the number is double. Again.
Okay.
Right?
So now stop. If I double your age, what do I do? Do I divide your age by 2 or do I multiply by 2?
13 plus 13 is
By 2.
Twice on.
I got 34 direct. You.
Right. So now Jensei said here did this.
Excuse me.
No. Hey, Jensei did this. Jensei said twice his age. He did 17 plus 17. That's one way to do it. But you also could have done 17 times 2. Twice means times 2. Letter C. Write an expression for the quotient. This is the math word, quotient.
What is quotient?
Quotient means divide.
Divide. Quotient means divide. Why? Quotient means divide. Yeah.
Quotient means
Real.
quotient means divide.
Divide. Oh, divide.
Saluda.
Right? Clean. Last one.
Can I read?
Jensei, you want to read it?
If X represents. Man, yo, please talk up, man. Please. Please. If X represents a number.
Hold on, I can't hear. Go ahead, Jensei. No, we're good.
If X represents a number, write an expression for the
Ratio.
ratio of X to 5.
The word ratio means divide.
Also, you have quotient is divide and this divide.
Quotient means divide. Ratio means divide.
We have quotient is divide. It's same.
Means the same. You understand this. I mean, let's face it. You already understand this. They have a different word for this. Okay, so let's make a deal.
Yeah.
Let's make a deal with me.
Here's my deal. Okay? I might regret this. Here's my deal. Okay? You are going to, I'm expecting you to learn words. Okay? Right now, the words that I'm expecting you to learn are this. Some means add. So let's make a list over here of the words that mean plus. I'm gonna print this out on Monday. You'll get this.
Okay.
Plus. Some means plus.
Mister, maybe you can put it like right here.
I'm going to give everybody a printout of this on Monday.
Okay.
What does greater than mean?
Greater than plus.
Okay? Greater than means plus. Everybody's going to get a copy of this on Monday. This will be your math to English dictionary. Okay? Do we have any other words that over here meant plus that we highlighted?
Yeah. Great. No.
We've got greater than, we've got some. Those mean plus.
Yeah.
Okay? What words mean minus?
Less.
Minus.
Less than.
Less 5.
Difference.
Less difference.
Less than?
Difference.
Difference.
Smaller than. Right or no?
Smaller than? Jensei just gave me another one. Smaller than. Isn't even on here maybe. But then I just heard another one. This is not mean math teacher making up words that mean more, that mean greater than and plus. Somebody else, one of your students said more than. Where does more than go? Plus, more than. I want it known that Mr. Dingy did not put more than on the list. It was a student that was a good one, and more than shows up. But it was not Mr. Dingy's word. It's not my fault that it's on the list.
Who false?
I'm not saying. But it was a great word, and I applaud them for coming up with it.
Wow. Great.
Anybody else think of other words that mean plus?
Divided. Divided. You can put it on divided.
You want to do divide next?
Yeah.
All right, what words came from divide?
Radio.
Ratio.
What
If
you
we're
say?
gonna,
What you say? Ratio.
that's just the way it is.
Not ratio.
It's
T.
not ratio.
It's T.
It's not used off.
Well, TIO in English is sh.
Ratio.
Explanation.
See?
Ratio. What was the other word that meant divide?
Question.
Quotient. That leaves what?
Divide.
No, we got divide. We need multiply.
Times two.
Times
Multiplication.
twice. Now, twice is a specific one. Twice is very specific. I can do 7 times or 9 times or 8 times or 4 times. But when I say twice,
It's just two.
that means 2 times.
2 times. 2 times 2.
Mister. This multiplication.
Yep.
Multiplication.
Multiply times. Oh, multiply by. Now, somebody, I want it to be multiplied by. I want it to be known that Mr. Dingy didn't come up with multiplied by, but some other student did. I think it's a good word, but it was not my fault that it's on the list. All right, so here's what we got. This is the deal. I'm making you learn, what are there?
Mister,
10 numbers there, 10 words.
Do a vocabulary.
Okay, vocabulary, 10 words.
Quiz. Vocabulary quiz.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to learn how to say plus in Arabic and Spanish.
No, you know.
How do I say plus in Arabic?
Mahanun.
Huh? Zera? No, I need to hear just one person.
One person.
Zered?
She got it. You hear her.
All right. Zered. Zered? Huh? Gamma?
Gabaha. You.
All right. Right? All right. Stop.
Say kara.
Tara is 3. Tara, 3. That's what that means. Tara, 3.
Mister, how you say in Japanese?
I do not know.
What? Vietnam. Say in Vietnam.
How do I say plus in Vietnamese? Plus. Tao.
Tao.
I could do that too.
Paper tower.
Tao?
And you?
Tao? With a G? Cow.
Go.
I could do that.
Cow.
Got it. All right, I'm going to learn what other languages do we have? How about Spanish? Espanol.
Here.
Hold on. What is?
No, ya la pega pelea por eso. Madembe. Say Madembe.
Mendembe?
Yeah.
Mulu, is that right? Mendembe? Mendembe.
Yeah. That one.
Medembed. All right. Medembed.
Madembe.
Medebed. Medebed. What language is that?
I don't know. No, Spanish.
Amharic? Amharic?
Suma.
All right.
Suma.
Hold on, stop.
Suma. Suma.
Suma?
Suma.
Mas.
Suma.
I'm going to learn mas because I already know that one. I'm going to cheat.
No, mas is not good.
Stop.
Mister, it's him. Right there. Mister, that one right there. India. He's from India, right?
Stop talking. Hold on. Control. All right. If we're going to do this, we got to have some type of organization to this. We've got Arabic. I've got Vietnamese. We have Spanish. Urdu. Stop talking. Just. Who speaks Urdu? Whose name? How do I say plus? Gemma?
Jama.
Good. Is there any other language that I'm leaving out? Abdullah.
He speaks 5 languages.
Huh?
ايوه
Jama.
ما دخلكم.
I got it. All right, next, stop. So here's the deal. This is the deal. Monday when you come in, when you come in, I'm going to know all these words. I promise you. But the trade-off for is this. You have to know the words too.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've got this. Now, if this is going to work, we've got 10 minutes. We've got to get through subtraction, division, multiplication. We've got to get some of the questions on the back. Okay? But on Monday, I promise you, I will know these words. The trade-off is you have to learn them too. I'm learning them, you're learning them.
Nie ma.
Okay. One at a time. One person. Whose name? How do I say minus? Cottage? Cottage. Hold on.
Yo, one person. Please. Hab.
Cottage. Okay. Salim,
Sorry, yeah.
you speak Arabic?
Of course.
Well, how do I say minus in Arabic?
زايد.
I do not believe you.
Mister, ask her.
All right, I should have known better.
ناقص.
Stop. That was my mistake calling on Salim. Wafa. Kata? Kata? With a T? I can't hear her. Kata? Kata.
We have to. So we have to have طرح الناقص.
Hold on.
Same thing. Yeah, we have to طرح.
All right. Stop. All right. She's right. Good. Next one. Vanessa. How do I say minus in Vietnamese? Chill? Chill. Got it. Menos in Spanish. I knew that. Menos. I remember that from Mrs. John Mayer. Do I have anything else? No. Okay. Salim. You gotta be quiet. Now I need to know how to say divide.
This is right.
I've got minus. Asma? Asma? Okay.
قسمة هو وقت نص
All right. Next one. Whose name? Don't know. That's fine by me. How do I say divided by? In Urdu. Divided by, that's fine. Shansei. Silencio. See, I did remember my Spanish. Silencio. How do I say divided by in Espanol? Divido. Got it.
Remember it, you know it.
Okay. And Vanessa. How do I say divided by in Vietnamese? Divided. T? Tia? Got it. Okay. Last one. Multiplication. And then we have to get back to what we're doing. Okay? Wafa, how do I say multiply? Say that again. Larab. Darab.
X.
Okay. Next one, Hussein. Okay. Abdullah. How do I say it in Urdu?
I remember the divide, they call it Taksim.
Taksim.
Yeah,
Taksim.
Okay. Okay. Stop. How do I say multiply in?
In Arabic, in Urdu, I don't know.
Don't know. Not a problem.
But I think they call it Zar.
Zarab.
Zahra.
Okay. Vanessa. How do I say multiply? Yeah. En multiplico. En español. Multiplico. Jen say. How? Por. Got it. All right. 2 por 3. All right. So now here's what we have. We've got 8 minutes. No, we've got 13 minutes.
Yeah, 12.
12 minutes. All right. That's it. Say help me. You gotta come up. All right. Letter A. We're splitting over on page 38. Okay, now we've got to go from translation. I promise you on Monday, I'll know those words. Okay, letter A. If x represents a number, write an expression for a number that is 3 more than twice the value of x. So now we're getting into more than 1. How do I do 3 more than?
Times
3 more than.
is plus.
How do I do twice the value of x?
Minus. 3 plus x. Is 2x.
2x. Okay, so we've got 3 more than twice x.
Give like 5x, right?
Nope, they're not like terms. Yep. 3 more than twice x is 3 plus 2x, not like terms, cannot be combined. Letter B. If n represents a number, write a number that is 2 less than 1/4. I have an n number. How do you think you do 1/4? This is a tough one.
1/4, I know.
How?
1 and the 4. And the 4 is 4. Cuadrito 4. Yeah.
1/4 n
Yeah. On the
looks like that. When I do 1/4 n, it looks like that. How do I do? How do I do 2 less than that? Minus 2. So I'm matching up yellow highlight with yellow word, blue highlight with the words in blue. So you should be able to kind of keep track. This is translation. You do this all day, every day. If S represents Sally's age, they spelled your name wrong, Sally. Right? Should be an I. And her father is 4 years less than 5 times her age. How are we going to do this? Okay. So let's think about this. 4 years less, what does that mean? Minus 4. Right? So 4 years less, minus 4. Then 5 times her age. How do I do 5 times your age?
5 times my age is like I was
Plus 5.
200 years.
5 times your age. So if you were, how old are you?
17.
17. So if I did 5 times your age, would it be 5 plus 17? 5 multiply. 5 times. This is actually one of those ones that kind of makes sense. Because they say, doesn't the word, don't we use the synonym times to mean multiply? Like times is right there. Right? We use that synonym times to mean multiply. So when I do 5 times or 7 times or 4 times, that means multiply. We're not solving anything. We're just translating from English to math. If x represents a number, then write an expression for, here that is again, 3 times the sum of x and 10. What does 3 times mean? 3 multiplied by, right? How do I do the sum of x and 10? X plus 10. That's my sum of x plus 10. How do I do 3 times it? Like that. So I agree, this isn't easy. But let's look at this, really. You've got a whole bunch of words here. You've got 4, almost 3.5 lines of words right here. But the math words, there's 4 of them. 4 words out of the whole thing are the math words. Or maybe 5 if you count the 4. Right? All those words come down to just a few math words and we can translate it. Right? We're going to keep getting tougher because as we go on, it gets tougher. But let's see how far we can get. If n represents a number, then write an expression for 7 less than 4 times the difference of n and 5. Oh! All right. Now we're getting into some high-level stuff. 4 times the difference of n and 5. What do you think this difference means? Minus. N and 5. Seven less than 4 times the difference. How do I do 4 times the difference? Multiply by... No, 4 times is going to be multiply by 4. How do I do 7 less than that? Minus 7. Minus 7. And I got to be honest with you. No, we got time to do a couple more. But this is going to be as tough as it gets. Okay? This is as hard as it's going to get. If x represents a number, and this is day 1 of it, so I understand this isn't easy, but I made a trade-off. This is day 1. There's no doubt in my mind that this class will be able to do this. Maybe not on day 1 we're struggling, but day 2 we're starting to get the hang of it. By day 3 we're going to get better at it. There's no doubt. If x represents a number, write an expression of the ratio. Ratio means what?
Ratio minus.
Divide. Of 3 less than x. How do I write 3 less than x?
3 minus. No. 3 minus x.
Why you don't highlight the C and the...
Oops. Sorry. 3 less than x. How do I do 2 more than x? X plus 2. Then how do I do the ratio of that? Divide. So how do I write that on here? Ratio means divide. And Gente said, why isn't it ratio, but it's ratio. T-I-O means sh. Ratio. English is hard. Two more and we're done. Dos más. Promise. Dos más.
You know, what about mi casa? I went for 9.
It's your house. Something about your house. Your casa over your head.
Play Fortnite.
You're going to play Fortnite. All right. Letter G. If X represents a number, write an expression for the sum plus
Plus.
sum of twice X. Twice X. 2X. Sum means add.
Oh, we don't need words.
With twice a number, one larger than X. Ugh. One larger than X. Awesome, Vanessa. One larger than X is X. Oops. X plus 1. And how do I do twice a number that? Times 2.
Times 2.
I'm telling you right now that this is by far as difficult as it's going to get. That's as tough as you're going to see right there.
Like that?
Yep, like that. If you can handle letter G, and let's be honest with you, Vanessa handled the tough work of it. One more than X. Twice a number are one larger than X. X plus 1. This one larger than X. That's the toughest vocab you're going to see. But twice showed up, 4 times showed up, ratio showed up, sum showed up, difference showed up. In fact, these words right here that on Monday you're going to have a copy of. And I'm going to know Karaj, and Tara, and Menos, and Chil, and Kisma, and Tia, and Taxum, and Davido, and Tarab, Zara, Ya, and Por.
Zara, yeah.
Zara. I'm going to get them.
You what?
Jama.
I will guard.
Jama.
I will guard this.
Jama. Zaid, Cow. Mas.
Zaid.
Zad.
Yeah, Zaid.
Zad.
So then we have tomorrow quiz.
Tomorrow we don't have class.
This is